Have you ever stumbled upon a place so unreal, you had to pinch yourself just to make sure you're still on Earth? These aren't just legends or fairy tales. They're real places, waiting for you to explore. Picture this: walking on glass skywalks, hanging thousands of feet above the ground, stepping through natural heaven's gates, and standing in valleys that locals say are guarded by spirits. This is Unreal Planet, and trust me, you won't believe these places actually exist. This isn't your usual travel video. It's a journey into the unbelievable, the surreal, the mystical. If you're ready to see some of the world's most jaw-dropping places, places that blur the line between myth and reality, come with us. Welcome to China, but not the China you think you know. Hidden deep in misty mountains and ancient valleys, there are floating peaks, temples carved right into cliffs, and lakes that magically change color with the seasons. Huashan, Mount Hua, Shanxi Province. Tucked deep in the Qinling Mountains of northern China, Huashan is one of the country's legendary 5 great mountains. But don't let its beauty fool you. This place will test your courage. Imagine stepping onto narrow wooden planks bolted to sheer granite cliffs. Swaying with every gust of wind, with nothing but thousands of feet of open air beneath your feet. This is the infamous Plank Walk, often called the world's most dangerous hiking trail. Huashan has 5 rugged peaks, with the South Peak soaring over 7,000 feet. The climb is no joke. Stone staircases carved right into the mountain, dizzying drop-offs, and that heart-stopping plank path. But Huashan isn't just for adrenaline junkies. It's a sacred spot filled with ancient Taoist temples, hidden pavilions, and mysterious stone carvings. Locals tell stories of spider demons and immortal sages who once called this mountain home. At the summit, you'll gaze out over the mist-covered Wei River Valley, a sea of clouds stretching as far as the eye can see. For centuries, pilgrims and adventurers have been drawn here, a place where wild nature meets deep spiritual mystery. Banjingshan, Guizhou Province. Way up in the Wuling Mountains of Guizhou Province, Fanjingshan rises like a mystical fortress from the clouds. Standing over 8,400 feet tall, it looks like something straight out of a legend. At its peak, the Red Cloud Golden Peak, two ancient Buddhist temples cling to a split rock, connected by a narrow arched bridge that seems to defy gravity. How they built these temples here? That's a mystery adding to the mountain's magical vibe. Fanjingshan is sacred in Chinese Buddhism, said to be where Maitreya Buddha reached enlightenment. For centuries, monks and pilgrims have made this journey, drawn by its spiritual power. The forests here shelter rare creatures, like the elusive Guizhou golden monkey. Local stories speak of glowing clouds and mists that wrap the mountain in an ethereal glow. Walking between temples feels like crossing worlds, a pilgrimage from the present into the future, filled with awe and reverence. Leshan, Giant Buddha, Sichuan Province. Carved right into a cliff face, in Sichuan Province, the Leshan Giant Buddha is a giant like no other. Standing 233 feet tall, it's the tallest stone Buddha statue on Earth, watching silently over 3 rivers below. Built over 1,200 years ago by hand, no machines, this statue is a marvel of ancient engineering and artistry. Its calm face, detailed curls, and clever drainage system reveal incredible skill. Legend says a monk named Hai Tung started the statue to calm wild river currents, believed to be controlled by a demon. It's said he gouged out his eyes to stop corrupt officials from stealing money, and that his eyes miraculously grew back. Surrounded by mountains shaped like a sleeping Buddha, with rivers flowing quietly beneath, the site radiates peaceful but powerful energy. Standing here isn't just about seeing a statue. It's stepping into a story of faith, mystery, and history carved in stone. Zhangjiaji, Hunan Province. Zhangjiaji is nothing short of magical. Located in Hunan Province, this UNESCO World Heritage Site is famous for thousands of towering sandstone pillars that soar over 3,000 feet into the sky. These surreal formations disappear into swirling mists, creating a landscape that looks straight out of a sci-fi movie. No wonder they inspired the floating Hallelujah Mountains in Avatar. This region is home to ethnic groups like the Tujia, Bai, and Miao, who keep vibrant traditions, colorful festivals, and ancient folklore alive. Legends tell of gods and spirits protecting the mountains, adding mystery to the stunning views. With breathtaking sights like the glass bridge over Zhangjiaji Grand Canyon and the world's tallest outdoor elevator, this place is a playground for adventurers and dreamers alike. Zhangjiaji isn't just a destination, it's a real-life fantasy waiting for you. Baihaba Village, Xinjiang Uyghur Autonomous Region. Tucked away in the remote Altai Mountains, near the borders with Kazakhstan and Russia, Baihaba Village feels like stepping into a world frozen in time. Here, the Tuva and Kazakh people live a semi-nomadic lifestyle, herding livestock and keeping ancient traditions alive, like throat singing and eagle hunting. Surrounded by snow-capped peaks, dense birch and pine forests, and rolling meadows, this place is a stunning contrast to the fast pace of modern life. Their wooden cabins blend right into the pristine landscape, making you feel like you've walked into a nature documentary. But the real mystery? Nearby Kanas Lake, crystal clear and rumored to be home to a lake monster. Locals tell stories of strange lights and eerie sightings that add a magical, almost spooky vibe to this peaceful spot. Walking through Baihaba, you can feel nature and myth entwined. It's a place where every mountain and forest hides a secret waiting to be discovered. Tianmen Mountain, Hunan Province. Also in Zhangjiaji, Tianmen Mountain is famous for its natural arch called Heaven's Gate. soaring nearly 1,300 meters above sea level. Visitors climb the 999 steps of the Stairway to Heaven to reach this sacred spot, a climb filled with stunning views and spiritual meaning. The mountain is dotted with lush forests, cascading waterfalls, and thrilling glass skywalks that cling to sheer cliffs. It feels like stepping into another world. Tianmen is sacred to the local Tuja people, who believe it protects the land spiritually. Legends speak of immortals and divine signs connected to the arch, which formed centuries ago after a cliff collapsed. Walking here isn't just hiking. It's a pilgrimage into mystery, natural beauty, and deep culture. Hanging Temple, Zhuanggong Temple, Shanxi Province. Perched hundreds of feet above the ground, the Hanging Temple clings to a sheer cliff like it's defying gravity. Built over 1,500 years ago in Shanxi Province, this architectural wonder still amazes visitors today. What makes it unique? It blends Buddhism, Taoism, and Confucianism, all under one roof. Walk its narrow wooden paths, and you'll feel centuries of worship and devotion. Legend says it was built to avoid floods and capture the mountain's spiritual energy. How exactly it was constructed, with wooden beams jutting out of rock and no visible foundation, still puzzles engineers and historians. Visiting the Hanging Temple is like stepping into a different world, where faith, history, and the impossible come together high above the valley floor. Yunyang Rice Terraces, Yunnan Province. Stretching across the Alao Mountains, the Yuanyang Rice Terraces are a breathtaking mix of nature and human genius. For over 1,000 years, the Hani people have carved these cascading fields into the mountainside, creating a stunning mosaic of water-milled steps that mirror the sky. At sunrise and sunset, the terraces come alive, reflecting golden light, swirling clouds, and vibrant colors that shift with the seasons. Walking here feels like wandering through a living painting, where every curve tells a story of harmony between people and the land. The Hani culture is deeply woven into the terraces. Festivals, traditional dress, and rituals celebrating the harvest keep their heritage alive. Local legends say the terraces were made to please mountain spirits and ensure good harvests, adding a spiritual layer to their beauty. Niang is more than a site. It's a living culture, a landscape that seems almost too perfect to be real. Zhangjiadanya National Geopark, Gansu Province. Think you've seen every color nature can offer? Think again. Zhangjiadanya in Gansu Province is like stepping into a living rainbow. These vibrant, multicolored rock formations stretch across the landscape in waves of red, yellow, green, and blue. A painter's palette painted by millions of years of mineral deposits and erosion. Walking through the park feels like wandering inside an artist's dream. Sunlight hits the rocks just right, making the colors glow with magical intensity. It's no wonder it's called the Rainbow Mountains. Local legends say gods painted these hills. Some visitors say they hear whispers of ancient spirits among the cliffs. The quiet desert adds to the surreal feel, making you wonder if you've stepped into another world. Jungya Dunya reminds us, Earth still holds secrets, a dreamscape of color and light waiting for you to explore. Jiyu Shaigu Valley, Sichuan Province. Step into a fairy tale at Jiuzhaigou Valley, a UNESCO World Heritage Site in Sichuan. Imagine turquoise lakes sparkling like gems, waterfalls cascading perfectly, and snow-capped peaks towering over lush forests. Covering over 700 square kilometers, Jiuzhaigou is home to more than 100 crystal-clear lakes, each reflecting the sky and surrounding mountains in breathtaking colors. Five Flower Lake and Mirror Lake are famous for their vibrant hues that change with sunlight and seasons, creating an almost magical atmosphere. The valley is rich in culture too. Tibetan and Qiang ethnic groups live here in 9 traditional villages, preserving festivals, colorful costumes, and sacred rituals. Local legends speak of divine spirits guarding the lakes and mountains, adding a layer of mystery to the natural beauty. Jiuzhaigou isn't just a trip, it's an immersive experience where nature and culture blend seamlessly, inviting you to explore, reflect, and be amazed. Fenghuang Ancient Town, Hunan Province. Fenghuang Ancient Town feels like time has slowed down. Nestled along the Tuojiang River in Hunan, this charming town is famous for wooden stilt houses, narrow cobblestone streets, and ancient stone bridges glowing softly under lantern light. Legends tell of phoenixes rising from ashes, a symbol deeply woven into the town's spirit and name. Home to the Miao and Tuya ethnic groups, Fenghuang is rich in culture. Embroidery, silver jewelry, and folk songs fill the streets. By day, misty hills and lush greenery create a serene backdrop for lively markets and traditional festivals. At night, glowing lanterns reflect on the river, giving the town a magical, dreamlike vibe. Fengguang isn't just about beautiful architecture, it's centuries of stories, traditions, and living history. Taohua Island, Peach Blossom Island, Zhejiang Province. Taohua Island is like stepping into a living legend. Covered in vibrant peach blossoms and dense bamboo forests, this peaceful island offers a rare escape from the ordinary. With sandy beaches, rocky cliffs, and hidden caves, its diverse landscape invites exploration. Wander winding trails through fragrant orchards, where every corner reveals secrets waiting to be discovered. Famed in Chinese literature, Taohua is linked to the mythical Peach Blossom Spring, a paradise untouched by time, once home to martial arts masters and hermits. Local tales of ancient scrolls and secret clans add an enchanting layer to its calm beauty. Taohua isn't just nature, it's a timeless story, inviting wonder and adventure. Kanas Lake, Xinjiang Uyghur Autonomous Region. Hidden deep in the Altai Mountains, near the borders with Kazakhstan and Russia, Kanas Lake shines like a hidden jewel. Its waters shift from vibrant turquoise to deep emerald, perfectly reflecting the snow-capped peaks surrounding it. The area is home to the Tuva and Kazakh peoples, who keep alive ancient traditions like throat singing and eagle hunting. Their lifestyle has changed little over centuries, giving you a glimpse into a timeless world. But what makes Kanas truly mysterious are the local legends about a lake monster. Stories of strange lights and unexplained sightings have fascinated visitors and locals alike for generations. Whether you're cruising its calm surface or hiking the misty trails nearby, Kanas feels like a place where nature's magic and ancient stories come alive. Badain Jaran Desert, Inner Mongolia. Covering over 19,000 square miles, the Badain Jaran Desert is a vast sea of golden sand dunes, some reaching heights of 1,600 feet, natural skyscrapers under a clear blue sky. What makes this desert truly unique are its scattered oases. More than 140 sparkling lakes dot the sands, creating a surreal mix of water and desert landscapes. Mongolian herders still live here, a nomadic life, tending camels and goats as their ancestors did for centuries. The desert is also famous for its singing dunes, where shifting sands create haunting musical hums, a natural mystery that continues to intrigue scientists and travelers alike. In this remote wilderness, the silence is profound, broken only by whispers of wind and calls of desert wildlife. Li River, Guangxi. Have you ever seen a landscape so surreal it feels like stepping into a painting? That's the Li River in Guangxi's Yangshuo region. Jagged karst peaks rising from emerald waters, with bamboo groves and rice paddies stretching far and wide. It's almost too perfect to be real. Explore the river by boat or bamboo raft, or hike and bike along its banks. For the adventurous, climb Moon Hill and enjoy panoramic views that reward every step. Here, the connection to nature is powerful. As the sun rises or sets, the scenery shifts, and time seems to stand still. Standing among these towering peaks, you can't help but feel humbled. It's a place where nature's power and ancient myths come together to create something awe-inspiring. Ready to explore this dreamlike place? Pala Palace, Tibet. Have you ever stood before a place that feels like it's made from dreams and legends? The Potala Palace in Tibet is one such place. Sitting majestically on the Red Mountain in Lhasa, this architectural marvel has stood for centuries, its towering white and red walls piercing the sky. But it's not just about the incredible views or the scale of the palace. It's the former winter residence of the Dalai Lama, filled with sacred Tibetan Buddhist relics and murals. It's a place where the air feels heavy with history, where every corner whispers stories of devotion, mysticism, and ancient wisdom. As you walk through its many rooms and halls, you'll see intricate carvings, golden statues, and colorful thangkas, each telling stories of Tibetan culture and the Buddhist path. The palace, standing at over 12,000 feet, offers breathtaking views of the city and surrounding mountains, a place where the earth, sky, and spirit meet. This isn't just a palace, it's a sacred pilgrimage site, a testament to the resilience of Tibetan culture. Are you ready to step into a place where the past and present come together? Where every step feels like a journey toward enlightenment? Mogao Caves, Gansu. Have you ever wondered what it would feel like to walk through a portal to another time? Inside these caves, you'll find over 2,000 murals and sculptures, each a snapshot of a moment in time, telling the stories of Buddhism's spread along the Silk Road. The Mogao Caves in Gansu are just that, a collection of ancient Buddhist caves that have been carved into the cliffs for over 1,000 years. The vibrant colors, detailed scenes, and serene Buddha statues are not just art. They are windows into the lives and beliefs of ancient civilizations. Local legends say the caves were built by the faithful, hoping to leave a spiritual legacy for future generations. The art here blends Chinese, Indian, Persian, and Greco-Romantic influences, creating a fusion of cultures that tells the story of the Silk Road's rich history. Visiting the Mogao Caves isn't just about seeing ancient art. It's about experiencing a part of history that continues to inspire and connect people across time and space. Will you walk through the same paths as the ancient pilgrims, feeling the spiritual energy that still echoes through these sacred caves? Mount Tai, Shandong. Have you ever felt the pull of a place so powerful that it seems like the entire world's energy is concentrated in one spot? Mount Tai, one of China's 5 great mountains, is that place. Towering over 5,000 feet above sea level, it has been a pilgrimage site for thousands of years. Climbing Mount Tai isn't just a physical challenge, it's a spiritual journey. For centuries, emperors and commoners alike have ascended its steep steps, believing that reaching the summit would bring them peace, prosperity, and harmony with the universe. Along the way, you'll encounter ancient temples, stone inscriptions, and historic sites that tell the story of China's imperial past. The air is thin, the path is long, but every step brings you closer to a profound sense of connection with the earth and sky. At the summit, you'll find the Temple of the Jade Emperor, surrounded by breathtaking views that stretch as far as the eye can see. Locals say that from here, you can feel the pulse of the earth beneath your feet. Mount Tai isn't just a mountain, it's a place of power, of history, and of spiritual significance. Ready to walk the path of emperors? To stand at the peak of one of China's most sacred mountains and feel the weight of thousands of years of history? Yuequan Crescent Lake, Gansu. Have you ever stood before a natural wonder so perfect that it almost seems like it was sculpted by the gods themselves? Yuequan Crescent Lake in Gansu is one of those places. Nestled in the middle of the desert, this crescent-shaped oasis has been a vital source of water for travelers along the ancient Silk Road for centuries. The contrast between the shimmering blue water and the golden sand dunes surrounding it is breathtaking. The lake, which curves like a crescent moon, seems to defy the harsh desert environment. Local legends say that the lake was created by a tear from the moon goddess, falling to earth to save the weary travelers crossing the desert. Walking around the lake, you can almost feel the history beneath your feet. The footsteps of merchants and pilgrims who once relied on this oasis to survive. Today, Yueaiqun is not only a natural marvel, but a symbol of endurance and hope in the harshest of environments. Ready to explore an oasis where time stands still and the desert whispers ancient stories? Englai Pavilion, Shandong. Have you ever wondered what it would be like to stand on the edge of the world, where the sea meets the sky in a mystical dance? Englai Pavilion in Shandong is that place. Perched on the shores of the Bohai Sea, this ancient pavilion is part of one of China's most famous scenic spots, with a history that dates back over 2,000 years. The pavilion is not just an architectural wonder, it's deeply tied to Chinese mythology. According to legend, Penglai is the home of the immortals, a place where the gods live and drink from the elixir of life. Locals believe that when the weather is right, you can see the immortals crossing the sea to their heavenly home. Walking through Penglai Pavilion, you can almost feel the magic in the air, with its ancient architecture blending seamlessly into the misty landscape. This isn't just a visit, it's a journey into a world where mythology, history, and natural beauty come together. Are you ready to step into the land of the immortals and discover a place that has inspired legends for millennia? Terracotta Army, Xianxi. Have you ever wondered what it would be like to stand in front of an army that's been guarding the secrets of an ancient empire for over 2,000 years? The Terracotta Army in Xi'an is one of the most awe-inspiring archaeological sites in the world. Discovered by accident in 1974, the Terracotta Warriors are life-size statues that were buried with China's first emperor, Qin Shi Huang, to protect him in the afterlife. Walking through the vast underground pits, you'll come face to face with thousands of soldiers, each with unique facial features and expressions, standing guard in perfect formation. The level of detail is astonishing, and the sheer number of statues gives you a sense of the emperor's power and ambition. Local legends say that the emperor believed he would live forever, and his terracotta army was meant to ensure his eternal reign. The Terracotta Army is more than just a historical site. It's a symbol of China's rich cultural heritage and the belief in the afterlife. Ready to witness the silent guardians of an ancient empire, where every statue tells a story of power, fear, and immortality? Erhai Lake, Yunnan. Have you ever stood by a lake so vast it feels like an endless stretch of water, where mountains meet the sky in perfect harmony? Erhai Lake in Yunnan is one of those magical places. With its crystal clear waters and breathtaking views, the lake stretches across over 250 square kilometers, surrounded by majestic mountains and the tranquil charm of ancient villages. Erhai Lake is not just about its beauty. It's also deeply embedded in the local culture of the Bai people. The lake's shimmering surface reflects not only the sky, but also the ancient stories and traditions of the Bai, who have lived here for centuries. Every year, they hold a grand festival to honor the lake and its spiritual significance. It's a place where nature and culture coexist, where the calm waters hold stories of generations that have lived in harmony with the land. Ready to immerse yourself in the serenity of a lake that's as timeless as the mountains surrounding it? Wudang Mountains, Hubei. Have you ever visited a place so steeped in spiritual history that every rock and tree seems to carry the weight of centuries of wisdom? The Wudang Mountains in Hubei are one such place. Known as the birthplace of Taoism, these mountains are home to some of the most revered Taoist temples and martial arts practices in China. As you wander through the misty mountain paths, you'll find yourself walking through a landscape of ancient pines, tranquil temples, and serene monasteries. The Wudang Mountains are not just a UNESCO World Heritage Site. They are a living testament to Taoist philosophy and culture. Legends say that the mountains are a place of immortality, where sages once meditated and practiced the sacred arts of Taoism. Legends say that the mountains are a place of immortality, where sages once meditated and practiced the sacred arts of Taoism. The Wudang Mountains are also famous for their association with Wudang martial arts, particularly Tai Chi. The very air here seems to pulse with energy, and the mountain's sacred temples invite you to pause, breathe deeply, and connect with the peace and balance that Taoism seeks to bring. Would you be willing to step into a place where history, spirituality, and martial arts meet in perfect harmony? Enshi Grand Canyon, Hubei. Have you ever stood at the edge of a canyon so majestic it takes your breath away? The Enshi Grand Canyon in Hubei is one of the most awe-inspiring natural wonders in China, with towering cliffs, deep valleys, and rivers that carve their way through the landscape. It's often referred to as the Little Grand Canyon of China, and once you stand at its edge, you'll understand why. The canyon stretches for over 108 kilometers, with dramatic rock formations, hidden caves, and crystal-clear streams that invite you to explore their depths. The lush green forests surrounding the canyon add an element of mystery, creating a landscape where nature's beauty is at its most raw and untamed. The Enshi Grand Canyon is also steeped in local legends. Locals believe the canyon is protected by ancient spirits, and as you hike through the rugged terrain, you can almost feel the presence of these guardians. Ready to embark on an adventure through one of China's most stunning and mysterious landscapes? Xishuangbanna Tropical Botanical Garden, Yunnan. Have you ever walked through a garden so lush, it feels like you've entered a secret tropical paradise? The Xishuangbanna Tropical Botanical Garden in Yunnan is a place like no other. With its vibrant flora, exotic plants, and towering trees, this botanical garden is one of the largest and most diverse in China, home to thousands of species of plants and flowers. Located in the heart of the tropical rainforest, Xishuanglanna is a haven for nature lovers and botanists alike. As you wander through its pathways, you'll encounter everything from towering bamboo groves to rare and endangered species of orchids and rhododendrons. The garden is also a center for research and conservation, dedicated to preserving the unique biodiversity of the region. But it's not just the plants that make Xishuangbanna special. It's the atmosphere. The air is thick with the scents of tropical flowers, and the sounds of exotic birds and insects fill the air. It's a place where the beauty of nature envelops you, creating a sense of calm and wonder. Ready to lose yourself in the vibrant colors and tranquility of one of China's most breathtaking gardens? Hukou Waterfall, Shanxi/Shanxi. Have you ever witnessed the raw power of nature in a way that takes your breath away? Hukou Waterfall, straddling the border between Shanxi and Shanxi, is a place that does just that. The mighty Yellow River, known for its power and unpredictability, crashes down in a thunderous roar, creating a mist that rises like a cloud of steam. Standing before the waterfall, you can feel the ground vibrate beneath your feet as the water thunders into the gorge below. The sheer size and power of the waterfall are humbling, and the golden-brown hue of the river, mixed with the surrounding rocks and lush greenery, creates a stunning contrast that seems almost unreal. The locals have their own legends about the Hukou Waterfall, one of which speaks of a giant who used to guard the waters, ensuring the river's flow was never interrupted. Today, the waterfall still seems to embody that mythic power, reminding us of nature's ability to awe and inspire. Ready to witness the immense strength of one of China's greatest natural wonders? Nuodong Ancient Village, Yunnan. Have you ever visited a village so steeped in history that it feels like you've stepped into another time? Nuodong Ancient Village in Yunnan is a place where the past lives on, undisturbed by the march of time. Tucked away in the mountains, this village has been home to the ethnic Yi people for over 1,000 years. The stone houses, with their tiled roofs and narrow alleys, give you a glimpse into ancient ways of life. As you walk through the village, you'll notice how every building and stone feels like part of a living history, each carrying the stories of generations that have lived here. The village is famous for its salt production, which has been a cornerstone of the community for centuries. The legends of Nuodeng tell of its founding by a group of immigrants who built a home in the mountains, and the village grew into a center of culture and trade. Today, Nuodeng still retains its charm and cultural integrity. Are you ready to explore a place where every stone, every path, holds a story of resilience and tradition? Mount Huoyi, Fujian. Have you ever stood on a mountain so full of history that it feels like the land itself holds ancient wisdom? Mount Huiyi, located in Fujian, is one of China's most iconic mountains and a UNESCO World Heritage Site, famed for its natural beauty and cultural significance. It's not just a mountain, it's a spiritual journey. The lush forests and mist-covered peaks give Mount Huiyi a sense of mystery, while the river that winds through the mountains adds an element of serenity to this majestic landscape. The mountain is deeply connected to Chinese philosophy and tea culture, with the region being home to some of the finest tea in the world. It is here that the Huiyi rock tea, considered a cultural treasure, is grown. Legends surrounding the mountain speak of Taoist sages who lived here, finding enlightenment in the tranquility of the surroundings. Mount Huiyi isn't just a place to visit, it's a place to connect with nature, culture, and spirituality. Ready to walk the same paths that countless pilgrims and philosophers have walked for centuries? Shaolin Temple, Henan. Have you ever wondered what it would be like to step into the birthplace of one of the most famous martial arts in the world? Shaolin Temple in Henan is that place, a living testament to China's rich history of martial arts and Buddhist culture. Known worldwide as the cradle of Kung Fu, Shaolin Temple has been a center of spiritual and martial practice for over 1,500 years. Walking through the temple grounds, you'll encounter towering pagodas, ancient halls, and the calm presence of monks meditating in the quiet of the early morning. The temple's iconic Shaolin monks are known for their discipline and incredible martial arts skills, a tradition that has been passed down through generations. But Shaolin Temple is not just about martial arts. It is a place where Buddhism, philosophy, and physical training come together in harmony. Local legends speak of the first Shaolin monks who defended the temple from invaders using their newly developed martial arts techniques. Ready to immerse yourself in a place where spirituality, strength, and discipline meet in perfect balance? Every peak, lake, and temple tells a story filled with mystery, beauty, and timeless spirit. So, what are you waiting for? Pack your bags, open your mind, and set out on a journey that will forever change how you see the world. Don't forget to share this adventure with friends, hit that like button, and subscribe for more breathtaking journeys. Which place would you visit first? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Let's dream and explore together.